supervisory role of head teachers in implementing the curriculum, this initiative aims to address existing disparities.
It was observed that although teachers have been trained several times, but their supervisors, the head teachers, were not competent enough to supervise them during the implementation of the new curriculum.
Mwesige Francis, the Ministry of Education and Sports, Sesemati national trainer, asserts that the new lower secondary school competence-based curriculum centered on learners and oriented towards innovation is the optimal choice for Uganda in producing graduates with lifelong learning skills.
We are giving them opportunity to interact with them with this new lower secondary curriculum. This curriculum is trying to look at a learner as a whole.
The primary rationale for revising the lower secondary school education curriculum is to cultivate citizens with employable skills, addressing the prevalent issue of youth unemployment. The strength of the curriculum lies in its focus on what learners can do with the acquired knowledge, competence-based curriculum, rather than solely on what they know, knowledge-based. Brian Tumwinebyruhanga, UBC News.
Now, the youth in Greater Bushenyi district covering Shema, Bwejo, Mitoma and Ubirizi are eagerly anticipating the fulfillment of support promised by the Office of the Chairperson of the National Resistance Movement. The commitment involves providing skilling equipment to empower the local youth. A significant number of over 1,000 young individuals are poised to benefit from this support initiative, with the distribution of the skilling equipment entrusted to be overseen by Hajat Hadija Namialo, the head of the office.
Tukaanza kuletera fertilizer tubangu Bushenyi muri y'abahindi kuletera fertilizer na ne bomba zo kufuhirira buri kimwe cyona so ni mpunga abanyabushenyi bijo mbinji.
She's famously called Chief Muzukuru. Chief Muzukuru is on a drive to popularize His Excellency further, but also to empower our young people, giving them support and also getting to pick their views, so that those views can be taken back to His Excellency the President, so that he can continue to come up with ideas that are going to provide opportunities for our young people, including jobs, including how to earn, including how to be patriots in their country.
Minister for Fisheries Helen Adoa expressed concerns over the rapidly increasing wetland encroachment, which has resulted into negative impacts of climate change. The minister was officiating at the first global engagement in Entebbe between the regional fishery bodies and basin management organizations aimed at scaling up cooperation towards sustainable inland fisheries in the context of food security and nutrition.
The so-called rich have gone to attack the wetland around Lake Victoria. In fact, they have not even feared the lake. They have gone to make the lake their sitting room. They have built houses right touching the water. They buy their boats and make the water to be their sitting room. This must stop. The wetlands have been destroyed. The flooding is increasing every day in Uganda, and Ugandans are not crying about it. I have asked FAO if they have to have any financial support, let the support be directed on the restoration of wetlands. If we restore the wetlands and relocate anyone who has gone to the wetland.
The scope of this workshop is to scaling up and strengthening the cooperation between the regional fishery body and the basin management organization in order to include inland fishery management within the work plan of the basin management organization. As you know, The basin management organization usually deals with water management, hydropower, dam, whatever. So
policymakers are important in terms of have strong regulations that are enforced. But also we need to raise awareness. There is a collective effort that all of us needs to take conscious that our actions have also direct implication on these ecosystems. So as we exploit the resources, we have to be mindful of the sustainability dimension. So the fisheries and the fishery men and women, they play an important role in understanding how best they can manage these resources for the sustainability of the production itself.
Small and medium business entrepreneurs have called out some of the challenges they face in as far as ensuring their businesses. This was in a powerful convergence of business minds, the 2023 John Sebana Chizito Memorial Lecture, spearheaded by Swico Insurance Training College, FSME, and key industry partner entrepreneurs.
N'atandika ebitongole bye. Interstate insurance.
The insurance sector generally has been characterized by sophistication, elitism, targeting people who have been to school. We are saying no, break down insurance so that ordinary people can understand what it is, why it is that they must pay insurance, and if they have a problem, where they should go, what is the difference between the Insurance Training College, the Insurance Regulatory Authority, and the Insurers Association, and the Insurers Brokers Association. Because in the mind of an SME, those seem to be unclear.
Yateekawo structure yagikola mu ngeri nti ne bw'atabeerawo egenda mu maaso wadde Sebana Kizito yagenda mu 2017 n'okutuuka kaakati si kwekyatambula. Lwaki? Kuba yagiteeka ku musingi.
We are saying 90% of the private sector are SMEs. And then you find that a lot of insurance products are highly priced, the premiums. Yet SMEs, if you look at how much money they are earning, small money. So it means you have to go back and design new products that fit within that, or that can be afforded by the SMEs.
Parliament has criticized the leader of the National Unity Platform Party, Robert Kyagulanyi, over remarks against the anti-homosexuality law. Kyagulanyi, while being interviewed by the British Broadcasting Corporation BBC, reiterated that the Anti-Homosexuality Act, passed by the 11th Parliament, was in bad faith and targets opposition in Uganda. Now, the members of Parliament described the statement by the NUP leader as demeaning the integrity of the August House and should be condemned. The Anti-Homosexuality Act criminalizes acts of homosexuality in Uganda. Take a look.
After 10 years of purported travel ban, the government of the United Kingdom lifted the ban against prominent musician Bobi Wine, alias Kyagulanyi Ssentamu. Last week, musician turned politician Robert Kyagulanyi, alias Bobi Wine, traveled to the UK and was hosted on the BBC platform. When asked about the criminalization of homosexuality in Uganda, Bobi Wine, among others, claimed that the law was passed deliberately to target opposition like him. This has, for the second day, irked the members of Parliament after some Western countries have heightened pressure, threatening to exclude visa issuing to some government officials who are in support of the anti-gay law.
You have all what you need in this country.
Bugiri Municipality Member of Parliament Asuman Basalirwa, who was the mover of the then bill, reminded the MPs on the genesis of the bill and its purpose.
So it is a matter that arose from the grassroots. In fact, the people of Bugiri are so proud and excited about this piece of legislation. But not only Bugiri, the entire country.
It is befitting in African culture, and we have seen this happen, that in the likely event that your father seemingly is not interested to keep you in his compound, you can seek refuge.
The new law prohibits any form of sexual relations between persons of the same sex or promotion or recognition of homosexuality. Since its passing, several Western countries lined up threats against Uganda, including travel ban and funds to specific projects.
We will continue protecting the family, protecting the rights of our children and our country, and will not live in handouts. Because you want to buy a visa. My visa was cancelled. Have I died? I have said so long as you don't cancel a visa to Bukedea.
So the threats are there, but the House should remain united because this is our country, this is a sovereign parliament, and I think a message should come from this House to condemn the statements of President of NUP, who made really reckless statements on international television.
The Minister for ICT and National Guidance, Chris Baryomosi, has asked Ugandans to remain calm as government handles the alleged claims.
So nobody should be intimidated by these threats from the international actors. If they cherish homosexuality, let them cherish it. But for us, as Ugandans, we don't. And let me add that up to 38 countries in Africa have legislations against homosexuality. So it is also wrong for the Western world to single out Ugandans.
Daniel Mugoya, UBC News.
You're welcome. We have
National Water and Sewage Corporation has announced a mega shutdown of water supply for most parts of Kampala to allow for routine maintenance works that will last over 12 hours on Thursday this week, which happens to actually be today. Now, according to engineer Andrew Muhwezi, a senior manager water production at the National Water Sewage Corporation, this exercise will affect mainly parts of the Central Business District, Bombo Road, Ginger Road and surrounding areas of Gaba Water Treatment Plant. Residents are hereby asked to prepare accordingly. Details follow.
Every 6 months, National Water and Sewerage Corporation carry out maintenance works for major water storage reservoirs in order to guarantee quality water supply. In line with this, National Water and Sewerage Corporation has scheduled this Thursday, 7th December, for a shutdown of major water supply lines.
Tomorrow we will be putting off some of our water supply lines in order to undertake major maintenance works for the water treatment plant of Gaba 2 and Gaba 3, and that constitutes close to 55% of our treatment capacity.
Engineer Andrew Muhwezi, a senior manager, water production, says the maintenance works to be carried out on the Gaba water treatment plants 2 and 3 will mainly affect places along Bombo Road like Matuga and Nasana, those in Central Business District including Lubaga and Namirembe. Then, those along Ginger Road will include Mutungo, Nakawa, Mbuya, Chambogo, Banda, and those in the immediate surrounding parts of Munyonyo, Gaba Road, and Kansanga.
And we request that our customers store enough water to take them through the 12 hours of the shutdown and the immediate hours after we have finished the works as the system recharges.
Uganda will in January 2024 host the Non-Allied Movement and the G77 plus China conferences, both of which call for top-notch utility services.
And as part of utility preparedness, we are concluding our shutdowns for this year. So the shutdown we are doing tomorrow is to help us secure the water quality, secure the plant reliability ahead of the festivities, ahead of the major national conferences, and ahead of the first quarter of next year.
Dorcas Kimono, UBC News.
Well, thank you so much for watching. We will take a short break and we'll be back with more stories.
Jovia. ng'oyolekera ku lugendo luno olw'obulamu. Nkuwa ekirabo eky'amaanyi agataziizibwa. Amaanyi okulabibwa n'okuwulirwa mu mawanga ageewala ennyo. Okutuuka buli wamu nga yadde togenzeeyo. Ensi yonna ng'ekuli mu ngalo. Okutambula mu Jovia, kino kye kirabo kyange gy'oli.
Tewali kkubo ku ki ky'osobola okukola ku mukutu nnandameggwa ogwa MTN.
Over 1,000 children with disabilities in Uganda every 5 years have not had access to adequate education. And this has been basically due to lack of assistive devices to enable them get reasonable accommodation in schools. Mokisa Humanity and Inclusion Foundation is leading a campaign to fundraise for assistive devices for 500 children with disabilities to get in school in the year 2024. Join us to fundraise for braille machines, slates and styluses, white cane, braille paper, hearing aid, wheelchairs, audiobooks, book recorders, JAWS software, among others, on 10th December at Hotel Africana. Register your child with a disability by calling us on 0740 55 04 95 or 0783 91 11 14. Donations from well-wishers are also welcome. Entrance is 100,000, 150,000, 200,000 and a table goes for 1 million shillings. This is sponsored by UBC, Mokisa Inclusive Schools, Mokisa Nasaran Primary School, Herona Hospital, Msafiri Tours and Molia Foundation.
Amazina ntino Mchisha Grace. Chibina baracheta Nyabare Women's Goats Rearing Group.
My name is Tino Mchisha Grace and I am part of Nyabare Women Goats Rearing Group, consisting of 30 women. We initially started with a plan to rear goats, but we faced some financial constraints. Fortunately, the IWEP program came to our aid. With the funds we received, we were able to purchase 30 goats.
Twaprayinga twakora ebiri kugendererwaho byona sente twazitunga twagura embuzi 30 twarwanisa kugira ngo tushashure esente ezo.
We were determined to repay the loan even if it meant not making any profits initially. As the goats started giving birth, we sold the offsprings. A portion of the earnings was deposited into the bank and the balance was shared among our members to improve their living standards.
Juko. Yo. Check the shopping, man. What's your secret?
Haven't you heard of the Parish development model PDM?
Yes, I did, but I thought it was just a talk.
No, Sebatia. It is real. I and a few friends together formed a circle, accessed money from the PDM, invested in a poultry project, and now things are moving.
Juko. I thought I was one of your friends.
You are.
But you left me behind.
I didn't leave you in poverty. What you do, just visit your LC2 chairperson and your parish chief and start the process of economic transformation. Just like that. The Parish development model is an initiative from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Local Government designed to transform all lives of Ugandans for the better. PDM, my parish, my development, my life.
We'll come back from that short commercial break. And lastly, in our business stories, the central bank rate has been maintained at 9.5%. This is as per the monetary policy statement for the month of December issued by the governor, Michael Ating Aego. Although the outlook of both inflation and economic growth is favorable, the MPC noted that inflation has bottomed out. There are significant uncertainties in the horizon. Take a look.
Inflation continues to moderate, reflecting the tight monetary and fiscal policies, favorable weather, bumper crop harvests, as well as relative exchange rate stability, says the acting Bank of Uganda Governor Michael Atingi-Igo. He made the observation while issuing the monetary policy statement for December 2023.
The MPC noted that inflation has bottomed out with significant uncertainties in the horizon. Therefore, keeping the CBR unchanged is necessary to anchor inflation around the target in the medium term, while at the same time supporting growth in private sector investment and socio-economic transformation.
The MPC maintained the central bank rate at 9.5%, a decision reflecting the assessment of the inflation outlook in the light of the incoming economic data.
Consequently, the MPC decided to maintain the CBR at 9.5%, the bands on the CBR at +/- 2 percentage points, and the margins on the CBR for the rediscount and the bank rates at 3 and 4 percentage points respectively. As a result, the rediscount and the bank rates will remain at 12.5% and 13.5% respectively.
Low inflationary environment is expected to support recovery in household real incomes, spurring consumer spending in the last month of the calendar year and into the new year.
We are seeing better weather now, the ongoing rainfalls, and which could help in terms of agricultural production. And I think we're already seeing this feeding through in terms of food crop prices, and we believe that the agricultural sector will recover strongly in coming months. And remember that this also feeds into the industry. As agricultural production increases, also the aspect of food processing improve, and I think these are largely the exports governor said are going into, some of these are going into the regional market.
Bank of Uganda projects economic growth at 6% in the financial year 2023-2024 and 7% in the medium term. However, the outlook is subject to uncertainties, including slower than expected global and regional growth and unfavorable global financial markets, among others. Dennis Igoa for UBC News.
Thank you so much for watching UBC Lunchtime News. My name is Sharon Chondishan. Stay tuned for more programming coming your way. Bye-bye.